Hello and welcome to Calgary Tabletop Day 2023. This is the event portal on our main website here, and this will take you to the public-facing information for the event manager. Here we have the latest events that have been added to the schedule. We have announcements here, so we have some messages from Sam Healy, Santa Claus, Brian Drake, and then here you can find all the information for the convention. So we have our convention map, list of exhibitors, badge transfer directions, welcome to Calgary. Yeah, that's this video. Oops. We have the main hours for the Calgary Tabletop Day, the Christmas Geek Market here, the registration and will call hours a little bit earlier than opening, and then open gaming and convention hours of operations. So it's important to point out that tickets are not required for the market. You can come down and enjoy it with your family and then decide if you want to join the gaming convention. That is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we go to location. So we have the BMO Center here. This is where we are. The C train stops right in front of the entrance, and the hall entrance is Hall D, right in here. Hotel Arts is who we've partnered with for deals on hotel rooms, if that's what you need. And then the schedule. This is the full itinerary for all hosted events by Tabletop YYC. This is not a complete comprehensive list of the schedule. For that, you can go to down here, schedule and browse. And this is all of the events hosted by exhibitors, by publishers, designers, volunteers, even attendees. So you can see at the bottom here, you can go page by page, scroll through them all. There's 5 pages of events, hundreds of events here. And what's really cool about this is you can search for an event. So if you want to search for Arc Nova, it'll filter it as you're typing. So you can find the latest days. You can filter by time of day up at the top here. You can decide, hey, what's going on Saturday? It'll filter all of the Saturday events. You can take that off. And then you can sort. You can do ones by teacher wanted or official events, only open events, and back to all events. So that's open to the public. You can click on any of these. We can see here we have Arc Nova Marine World. So when you click on it, it tells you the time, the day, how long it's likely to be, how many attendees have already sat down, how many empty seats are left, and the people can chat with each other in case the table is not where they want it to be, or you want to arrange to play in a different area. You can get messages here. If you've set your notifications to on, you'll get text messages every time that there's a chat for any activity that you're part of. Then we also have lobbies. So this is more of a filter for the other. In the browse section, you can see all of the games, all of the events, and then just filter as you want, custom filters. We've created lobbies because all of those events can be tagged into different lobbies based on how they're set up. So if you want all of the hot games, they're here. And these are just the latest ones to be added, and you would click up here to the events, and it tells you all of the hot games in the hot games area. So these will be on the hot games tables, coming and going throughout the weekend and pre-set up, and we'll have teachers for most of them. We'll try to have teachers for a lot of them. So back to lobby, so we go to D6 here. So they've got paint and take events going on. Other events. So we have here, these are Tabletop YYC events hosted by the venue. So we have some D&D terrain building. That's a seminar. We have a improv live show at the main stage. We have Brian Drake, illusionist from the Dice Tower. We have other live game shows going on. We have lots and lots and lots of events here that you can check out even before getting your badge. Back to lobbies. So you can explore this, like I like, from our main website. That's Tabletop YYC. That's the event portal. And you can even check out our library. So there should be, over 1,200 games in the library. You can do a search for your favorite game. Just it filters by your type, and then you can click on it and it takes you to the Board Game Geek website where there's all kinds of information on that game, even how to play videos, where to buy it. And then we have the most exciting feature is the Play to Wins. So the Play to Win lobby, this will be populated as the event goes on based on the games played. So right now we have 29 games to win up here, and then you can find out those games by clicking games here, and here's all the games that you can win. So how this works is you play it and by checking it out from the library, and that will register on your badge as a play. And there's a minimum amount of time you have to have it checked out, and then you check it back in, and then you're entered. And this page will be available to everybody, and it'll show how many checkouts, how many participants, and how many winners have been picked. And on each game you can see how many participants and plays based on how often they've been signed out. And there'll be other exhibitors doing Play to Wins as well, like ILO 307 is a publisher, and they have a whole bunch of games to Play to Wins, and those are loaded in here. Like Sea Salt and Pepper will be at their booth. So if you can't find the game at the game library, then it may be at ILO 307, and we'll have a list of the game library of where to find these Play to Win games. And then of course the winners will be announced and show up here. So that's the public facing event portal from the Tabletop YYC site. Now when you buy tickets, you can add a badge, and this is where you purchase your badges, and you fill out all the information here and then hit confirm, and then it'll take to you review and pay. Then you'll get an email from cardboardevents.com. That's this here. That's the event manager website. So that may end up in your junk mail or spam folder, so make sure you get it. Have a look at it, because it will have a registration email and a registration email, and it'll have a temporary password that you can log in. And once you get that login, it'll take you to this page here, which is mycardboardevents.com/login. And this is what it looks like when you log in. So this is your dashboard. This just shows any events I've signed up for. This is what your next event, it reminds you, and what time it's at, how long it's going to be, any activity going on with that event. Maybe there's a chat going on in that event. They've moved tables, where to find them, people excited about the game, if there's going to be teachers, who's teaching, all that stuff can show up on there. And then you can click on other events as well. So if we go back to the dashboard here, we have notifications here. So this is where you'll find notifications in chat windows from other events that you've signed up to. They'll pop up here. You can create a buddy system, so you can add buddies for yourself to keep an eye on where your friends are. Maybe you played a game with 4 really nice people you just met, but you're going to go your separate ways for lunch, and you're not sure when to come back, and maybe somebody doesn't you haven't decided where to go, but you can track where they're going to be through your buddy system and what they've sat down to play or registered to play, so you can meet up again. In the announcements here, this is similar to the event portal, same information there, same here. You'll have all the information tabs here that we already talked about. Oh, and food concession here. Yeah, food concession is open these hours here. It's important. Volunteering. If you want to volunteer, you can sign up for volunteers. There's a few more slots open for volunteers. And for that, you just click on it and pick a slot, time slot, and right there, volunteer for slot. Okay, and then your badge shows up here. So this is the badge. It gives you your reference number. You can't make any changes here, but if you did want to print it yourself, you could print it here, but we'll have it ready for you at will call if you've had your badge created by Wednesday evening. Otherwise, we'll be printing them on site. Here's where you can transfer your badge. Once you transfer it, that's a one-time thing. You can't redo that. Purchases. Anything you've purchased from the store, which is the next tab here, will show up in your purchases section. So first one is activities. So we have the Warhammer tournament. We have Paint and Take for 20 at D6. We have Santa photos on the Sunday. So this is where you'll buy those tickets. We can also sell them at the registration desk in ticket sales. Same schedule in the library here that we showed you before. Same with the lobbies. To discover. If you want, create a list that you want to track for yourself. That's what you'll do here. And you can get matchmakers, other people that do the same thing, and then you can get together and play the game. You have proposals here. You can include your interests. And what's important to know is this badge, your email information for cardboardevents.com, stays with you for every convention that they host. So Dice Tower West uses Cardboard Events, and we'll continue to use Cardboard Events in the future. So your information, your interests, all this stuff will carry through every year with that same login information. Your own events. So this is the events I'm hosting because I'm being the host, but we'll skip over to, well, we could do shortlist here. Shortlist is events that you're interested in possibly joining but have not yet seated. Right. So if you go to schedule and you find something that you might be interested in, that's what the star is here. So let's say I'm interested in this. That'll pop up in my shortlist here. So that's a really cool way to go just browse through the schedule, click a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I'm interested in that. I'm interested in that. That's awesome. Yeah, oh, that sounds good. Oh, all right, cool. And then what happens is my shortlist pops up here, and then you can quickly see the times all those are at, so you can pick and choose which ones to go at. And if you wanted to, again, join. Yeah, okay, so check this out. So I'm joined there. See, I turned green, then I'm there. And you can quickly add and subtract your seats here. Take a seat, take a seat. There. Okay, so say you want to submit your own event. Now what does that mean? That just means if you want to host a game. If there's a game you want to play that you don't have enough players for, or you just want to attract people to play it, maybe you want to teach a game, so you would submit an event. Here's the red fields that must be highlighted. So you say you want to do, these are the different areas. So there's big open gaming, there's tournament area, there's play to win type of game, role-playing game, the shows on the main stage, paint and take. This is basically where you're going to be. So likely you're just going to go into open gaming. Okay, which game do you want to play? Let's try Settlers of Catan. So you can see it's already populating up because this is based on what's in the library. So there's Settlers of Catan right there, containing 5-6 player expansion. Okay, so see it already populates the picture. That's from BGG. You can put your own description in here, or you can go to the BGG website and paste it in there for a lot more detail. This one here, minimum age, if you want to set an age requirement. You can do all welcome, or you can make it a learning game. So if you want to host it and teach a game, that might be the best one to do because it'll attract people who've never played the game before. Or if you want to just get going with some experience with people, then some teaching, beginners welcome, experienced only. So you have all those options. Teacher wanted, maybe you want a teacher, and that'll show up in the schedule that you need a teacher for that game. And that tells people too that if they know the game, they may be the teacher for the game. And then where's it going to be? Which lobby do you want to put it into? So that's this lobby section over here. Typically you'll just put open gaming. How many seats? So Catan plays up to 6, but maybe you only want to play 3. So you can set that here, and that's how many you can have. And then down below here, you can block a seat for yourself or your friends. Maybe you're only looking for one person. You've got 4 block seats, and you have a total seats of 5. That's where you'd set it there. And then this here, yeah, you'll automatically be seated at the event. So you could put 0 for yourself, or you just put no because maybe you're teaching the game to somebody else and you're not going to actually play yourself. So you'll have no blocked seats. Or you're playing a really big game of wits and wagers and maybe you go unlimited. Or it's a tournament maybe. And down here, pick your day, pick your time, pick the duration. So you have to go these by sequence. 1:30 a.m. that's probably not a good time. Duration, it's always by half hours. And then location. So location, it says, do you know where you're playing? Just say no, because there's no official tables. We just have open gaming, and we'll have numbered or lettered rows, and there's only 7 tables in a row, so you'll be able to find. Once you start setting up the game, you'll be able to find each other. And then you hit confirm, and it'll pop up in the lobby automatically. Here you can browse library again. Play to wins are there. My plays. So this is tracking all of the games that you've played based on what you've checked out of the library. So you're going to have a badge with this QR code here, and you're going to scan out games from the library, and they will be checked out to you for a maximum duration, I think, of 4 hours, depending on the game, and then it'll show up here as one of your plays. And it'll show here if there's a waiting list for a game. If there's a game you're interested in that's already checked out, you can add it to the waiting list, and then you'll get notification, provided you've allowed for cell phone notifications in your profile settings, to receive a notification when the game comes back into the library. And that's the event manager.